What is going on, guys? My name is Trey. Welcome to the Tennessee Innkeeper YouTube channel. Long time no see. That is my apologies, guys. You've heard me say in the past, life gets busy. I'm just going to keep it short. Sorry for not uploading in a while, but I wanted to go ahead and show off my Camponotus Americanus. Right off the bat, you guys could see that the nest looks kind of dirty. That I really don't know why. The ants that were in it before left it dirty, so whenever I cleaned it, I couldn't get all the stains out. So that's why the nest itself looks dirty, but I promise you, they have not been bringing a lot of junk down to the nest and leaving it there. The glass is also just all smudged up. I don't have a spare glass lying around to replace it in order for me to clean it. So this is what we got right now. I've got a couple other clips thrown in this large one to show the ants both eating and just doing their thing inside the nest on their day-to-day basis. So it's been a hot minute since I've shown these ants, and I actually took to Instagram to ask which ants you guys would like to see in the next video, and Americanus was the one you guys wanted to see. So I've had this colony for a while. I've been just keeping them on a bookshelf. I kept them on a heating cable for a while. I kept them on a 15-watt heating cable. That's normally what I keep all my ants on, but since I have moved my lizard into this room where my ants are, it stays pretty toasty in here because of the lights, so I don't really have to worry about the heating cable as much, and all of my founding colonies are right underneath Leo, so whenever his lights are on, the ants underneath it are staying warm, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, the room stays pretty toasty, so I don't keep a heating cable on them, and they have been growing a little slower, but honestly, it's been a healthy growth. They haven't, exploded in numbers like I've expected them to. They've been moving at a very decent pace, and I'm in love with it. It's perfect because I'm not having to rush to find the next nest to throw them into, which, by the way, will probably be the Tar Heel Ant fortress that I have left over from my Formica. If you guys want to see where my Formica are now, they are in a Cassida nest. Someone corrected me on how to say it, and I have just forgot. So shout out to you, whoever said that. It was in the Formica video. I have moved them into a new Tar Heel Ant nest, and I believe it's called the Cassida. Yeah, I butchered it. It's Spanish for home, I think. Anywho, yeah, so they're in a mini hearth right now. I've been feeding them a lot of different things. I've started experimenting more with what I'm feeding them, and I've been taking note of what they really like. So I've been giving them a main diet of dubia roaches. I noticed this colony loves dubia roaches. So if you have Americanus and whenever you start feeding them proteins, I highly recommend getting your hands on some dubias. They will love you for it. You can also do crickets. Crickets are a staple in most pet reptiles and insects, diet, especially with ants. I know my Formica love, got tongue-tied. I know my Formica ants love crickets, and obviously Leo does. He's a leopard gecko. He loves crickets. But I don't know many of my colonies that don't like crickets. I feed them to just about all of them. Same with dubia roaches. The only colony that I notice that does not eat dubia roaches are my Formica. They'll check them out, but they don't show any interest in the dubias. So I do that, and then I will also do fruit flies every once in a while, the flightless fruit flies. I just can never keep a culture of them going. It seems like I always kill them off, and then I'll wait a couple days, 20 to 30 days, a whole month, and then there's still nothing to show for it. So I think that, it's a me problem, so I just don't care to farm them. I'll just get them in the cup and toss them in there until they're empty. So if someone has a cool guide on how they feed, and house their cultures of flightless fruit flies and how to keep them alive, please hook me up. I also noticed that these ants love sugar, just raw sugar, and they go to town on it. I put probably too much inside of the little food dish that I have for them, and they just go to town. I've never seen so many workers out at once whenever I've fed them dubia roaches or sugar. Normally whenever there's no food present, these ants don't go wandering outside in the outworld, which I find odd. You'll occasionally see a straggler outside, but they really don't go try to forage and look for that last bite of food they can get. I've been feeding them every 2 to 3 days. I know in the past I've said I feed my colonies every day, and I still try to, especially the founding ones. But as they get bigger, I try to space it out so that way they're not expanding too much, and again, I'm not scurrying around looking for nests to throw them into. All in all, this colony has been amazing. I've had them for at least a year now, so I'm expecting next year to be the year where they explode in numbers and I'll have to throw them into a new nest. But for now, the mini hearth is perfect. It's the perfect size. I have not tried using any ant shack nests for these ants or any other type of material. I've only used the Tar Heel ant nests, and they have grown, you know, fantastically well. They don't stress easy. Even whenever I pick this colony up now and move them around, they're pretty chill. The queen will kind of get excited every once in a while, but for the most part, she's pretty tame. And actually, speaking of the queen, she is a very active queen. In the video, you'll see her in different places throughout. She never just stays in one spot, kind of like my Lasius Americanus colony. My Lasius colony, those queens, they will just sit in one spot and they don't do anything unless you disturb them. So it's pretty cool to see the Camponotus Americanus queen. She will one day be on the ceiling, the next, you know, you look over, she's on the water dish, or she's everywhere, except for the outworld, of course. But that's all the jabbering I've got for today, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and see these ants. Again, I apologize that the quality is kind of poopy whenever it comes to looking at the ants inside of their nest. I just don't have another glass to put over that, over the nest while I go clean the main one. So for now, I've just got to deal with a dirty glass. So hopefully by the next video for these ants, I will have another glass, you know, a clean one so you can actually see them, so I can clean their current glass, and yeah, be easier to see them. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I got a new colony of ants in I want to show off. I will be going to Florida the first week of October, so I want to try to have that video out very soon so you guys can see my new ant colony. They're really cool, and I know a lot of ant keepers that have them, and they love them to death. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.